Hello, hello, hello to you. This is the inspirational treasure. Listen, I like the music, so I did 30-second countdown twice because it's my business, like the habit would say. Um, I just wanted to jump on here tonight. I know it's late, right? But this is about the time when we start, feeling some type of way about life and things and feeling lonely and feeling depressed and depleted and overwhelmed and when everything kind of begins to settle. And for some of us, we go to our peaceful place. We try our best to find our peaceful place. And some of us have us a glass of wine, or we use our vice in moderation, of course, um, to just relax. Some people do bubble baths, but some people don't get to do any of those things, and their mind is in overdrive, and they are feeling as if life is pointless around this time, between now and going into early morning. And I just wanted to jump on here real quick with you to give you my spiel. Yeah. And to really just talk for a minute. So make sure that you are sharing this for those who are up at this hour. Um, Say hello, so that I can see you on. I believe that StreamYard, if you are on Facebook in one of the groups or anything like that, it'll allow you to kind of link your Facebook profile and stuff like that, so I can see your name and your comments. So if you would want to do that, please do. Because if not, I'll just see Facebook user, if you're on Facebook in the groups or in on profile pages and stuff like that. So just click and let StreamYard tap into your Facebook account, not to do anything to you, but just to give them permission, for me to be able to see your profile and your name so I can say hello back. So hello, LaMonica, and hello to you, Facebook user. Hey, coach. Okay, must be somebody who I'm coaching. Um, but I would love to see your name and see your face. Um, Go ahead and share this really quickly, you guys. Share this with as many women as possible. There may be some men who need to hear this conversation tonight too, but I'm on here because, hey, Tina, I love you so much. I love you so much. Definitely you tap in. Let StreamYard get permission from Facebook to use your profile and your picture so that I can see you when you come on. Um, but go ahead and share this. Y'all get these numbers up as high as possible. That means you share from wherever you are watching me from. If you're watching from the actual business page, the inspirational treasure page, yay! Go ahead and share this. If you are watching from YouTube, hello, how are you? Go ahead and share this. And if you are in Inspire Oppression, hey, hey, Facebook user that said, hey, mom. I want to know who you are. Tell me your name. So if you're a Facebook user in the group, just say your name when you say hello to me. That way I can know who it is. Come on in here, you guys. If you are already a part of Inspired Oppression, then you will be with me tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock as we do our Inspired Chat. We are going to be talking about sisters giving strength to sisters. We are talking about being our sister's advocate, how we can do that, how we can empower each other in this season to be able to push forward. Um, so I'm excited about it. If you're going to be there, hey, and I'll see you soon. But tonight, hey, Simone Boo. I really want to just dive into this real quick, and I want to tell you that it is time out for you believing that you are nobody. It is time out for you believing that you are nobody. There are so many resources all around us, and I've been guilty of the same. Um, or in the Facebook group, I know you won't be able to share. You won't be able to share publicly, but you can tag any of the sisters that you know are in the group already. And that's if you're watching from the Inspired Oppression page. If you're in the group, just tag some of the sisters that you know are in the group. And if you are watching from Inspire Oppression's page, if you are watching from YouTube, then you should be able to share. Thank y'all so much. But yes, so I need you to know, yeah, that it's time out. It's time out. It's so much around us to keep us strong these days. There are many people who are liberated from spiritual bondage, liberated from religious bondage, liberated from bullies, liberated from divorces and grief and all type of things, that are sharing their stories and showing us how we can be free too. Week after week, day after day, we're posting. We're trying to make sure that you stay connected to the groups and connected to the different events, and people are doing a lot of things to keep us uplifted. And so I have to begin to ask myself the question and ask you the question: why aren't you tapped in enough to really be able to get strengthened in this season? And so this month we're talking about strength, and I'm emphasizing for everyone what strength is. It's not just about the physical might that we have, because that thing can be fleeting, depending on your circumstance. If you get into an accident, God forbid, and you used to be really athletic, all of a sudden things can change in your life. They can shift. So physical strength, as far as, being able to lift 250 pounds or being able to do all that, that's only a part of what strength is. But your strength is whatever power or influence that you have, that you can use. And then, that's not a part of the definition. You can have strength and not ever use it. And that's really what most of us do. We hold on to our strength and we do not share it. We do not give it one to another when we are in times of turmoil. We have been talking about what that heart looked like, right? In the group, we just had a 5-day intensive. It was phenomenal. It was awesome. Our VIPs, I just finished responding to homework from them. And I just know that there are those of us who are like really anxious about being liberated in this season, because we're tired of feeling as if there is no hope. Because when we try to look for hope and we do all the things we know to do, that we've been taught from birth to do, and it's not working, then your faith begins to totally shift and change. But it's not until we recognize and realize where our power lies, where our kingdom lives, and recognize the strength that's in us, so that we can stand strong, right? And I don't mean never get weak. I don't mean that you're always okay. I'm saying that you have the tools to know what to do so that you can gird yourself back up, even if that means connecting with others who can help you to get from where you are to where you want to be. I tell my ladies all the time, there is absolutely no excuse why you cannot push into and push up. Because if nobody else is going to stand up and say, hey, let's go ahead and see how we can encourage, inspire, what can we do? I'm going to do that. Right. And as a coach, yes, this is a business, but I also want people to just have access to that which they need in that time. So we offer a lot of free things. We offer free gifts. We offer this free, our free Inspire Oppression group. We offer the free mailing list. We offer free products sometimes, right? And so there, man, I've given away so many sessions, and God told me that time had to shift for me. But it is my heart's desire to give. So I had to create other things that I could give away for free. Nobody can't tell me that you have nothing, and not even just here, but abroad, that you have nothing that you can pull on and tug on in times where you feel like you are a nobody. Why do you still feel like a nobody? And so I had to ask that question. And I went back to a song that I know that many of you have heard over the years since you were a kid, because I definitely learned it when I was a kid. If you are, a part of the Christian faith, and even outside of that, I'm sure other people have heard it as well. But it's a song called, I'm just a nobody, right? I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. And I love the song, by the way. I've been singing it all my life, right? But this is what came to me as I was singing it in my head. I was like, oh my God, indoctrination is something else. Indoctrination is something else. And y'all know that I'm bold enough right now to say everything that I'm saying, because I know what it feels like to be bound by something that doesn't make sense. Now, don't get it twisted. I learned a lot, gained a lot in everything growing up under the Christian faith as I knew it. But the more I begin to know it as this, things begin to change for me. The more I begin to know it as, oh, you know what? God made no mistake on me. So why is it that I believe that he made a mistake on me? And I'm asking all these questions. Why do I feel like God's love is conditional, even though they say that his love is without condition? Well, and then I begin to go into the fact that, well, he made all conditions. And so if he kind of hates my condition and he made the condition, it doesn't make sense for me. And so I begin to go and really understand Yahshua the Christ and what he was teaching. And so many of you know me as a spiritual teacher, but you also know me as a coach and a real life person, and just an everyday person who loves God and loves his people. And I'm here to do what I'm here to do while I'm still getting my jig on and bumping SpongeBob trap mix sometimes, while I'm still riding up the highway with my R&B, me and my husband listening to old school hip hop and just enjoying our life. I'm doing all of that because I understand now that God didn't make a mistake on my gifts, my talents, my likes, my dislikes. And I tap into those who begin to talk more about, hey, we all are dual creatures. We have parts of ourselves, and we have highs and lows, and we have those, and this is the best way that I've heard it. We have our high frequencies and our low frequencies, right? Because we're energy, and we know now based on science that we literally are energy moving so fast. We're all just created. God created us out of the energy that he is, right? And so when you begin to learn that, like I know, and God, either he made mistakes or he didn't make mistakes. Either his love was unconditional, it was conditional. Yeah, help it make sense to me. And so the more I begin to let it make sense to me, the more I really understood what the message of Christ was, as opposed to him saying, listen, I can save anybody. He's saying, here, let me give you the tools so that you can go within yourself and you can be free. Y'all, this is so profound, because this now that I'm getting it more and more and more, in business, I don't know if y'all really understand this, but when you're a coach or when you're in business, it's like you're trying to find the right name or the right thing to call yourself. You're like, oh my God, what's my expertise and what am I supposed to do? And you're trying to niche down and you're trying to do all these different things to establish a business model. And y'all, can I be honest with you? My chemicals don't balance well enough for me to do all that stuff. And that's not a diss to me. It just means that's not my strength area. And I'm okay with that not being my strength area, because I have a team of people now who have strength areas that I don't. And when I add my strength to their strength and they add their strength to my strength, then we all come up, we all press up. When I understand that we are all a part of this greater whole, I can tap into your strength and you can tap into my strength, and then the next lady can tap into all of our strength, and everybody gets what they need when they need it. When I begin to fully understand it, that Christ was trying to show me the power that's within me. He emphasized it when they asked him, when will I see the kingdom? When will the kingdom of God come? And he said, you will not be able to observe it with the eye. You're not going to be able to look over there and say, there it is and there it is. He said, because the kingdom of God is within you. When I begin to understand that more and more and more, I understand that I can be exactly who God made Shalonda to be and not feel ashamed of that. Because all in all, what I'm aiming to do is work on my heart, that I may be able to spread that which we know as the Great Commission, which is the love of God in this earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy kingdom, God's kingdom. God is spirit and God is love. Let your kingdom come. So when I can work on me and begin to get my heart right, what that heart look like, Shalonda, what that heart look like, those of you who are listening to me, are you selfish? Are you so to the point where, you're vibrating so low on your frequency that you want everybody to feed you, and you never want to look within yourself? What are we doing? What are we doing? I go through my highs, I go through my lows. When I'm upset, I'm upset. When I'm grieving, I'm grieving. I just have the tools to know how to navigate, which is what we keep trying to give to each and every woman that comes into contact with us. So if that means that I'm having 5-day events, or and letting those who can upgrade. If it means that I'm having group coaching programs, and those who really want it are going to come in and pursue it. If that means that I'm going to have go traveling and do what I need to do and show up in different locations for us to come and fellowship together and begin to get strengthened together. If it means that I'm going to be on interviews, or I'm writing books, or if it means that I'm going to be doing spoken word or doing a silly old video so that someone can smile, whatever that means is what Shalonda is going to do, because he gave it all to me for me to use to be somebody's strength. Y'all, I'm telling you, when we begin to really get this, and we're always seeing to each other, I'm my sister's advocate. I woke up today, and y'all know I share very transparently because many of you know that I have my diagnoses, which are bipolar 1 and ADHD, and I'm a prophet and I'm a Cancer. I don't know how many of y'all understand signs or whatever. Some of y'all may not be into that, but it all makes sense, right? All just the explanation of our personalities and what God has created. Nobody get mad when you do your what you call that thing, it's a certain personality test that people do all the time, and we talk about that personality test, but we disregard every other personality thing. Y'all, we're really special sometimes. Like, we're so judgmental and extra, and instead of us exploring and understanding things, we judge things before we even fully understand it. But anyway, as a Cancer, I'm naturally emotional, and I'm an empath. Empathetic, like really empathetic. I can feel people on a regular basis. That's what God made as a prophet. I am a prophet. I just am. Right? I'm all of these different things. And for years, I shrunk back and shrunk back and shrunk back and shrunk back. And I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody I'm just a nobody. I'm not just a nobody. And I don't have to say that I'm just a nobody in order for people to know that I'm humble. If you try my heart, you'll know that I'm humble in spirit. I'm a peacemaker. I love people. And the more you clean up your heart, you will immediately begin to walk in love. So you don't have to demean yourself or put yourself in a place of lower self-worth. Lower self-worth. I understand the tactics. Again, there is no diss. I enjoy the culture of church, but there are some things that we were given that were scare tactics as opposed to exalting us in the eyes of God the way we are. We were good when He made us, and we always have been. So are we supposed to? We come into the altar and we're casting out devils and demons that literally have been placed there by the things that we are afraid of, the things that we have been taught. Now, when you're humble in heart, you'll go to God and you'll say, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me, that I may be able to stand before you and stand before these people with a pure heart, that I can embrace these women and even these men when they come and they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, and the love that's in my embrace begins to break up all this fallow ground and begins to break up all the hardness of their hearts. See, that is the Great Commission. It's not just about preaching a doctrine, but when people begin to get together and they see the need of this person and they see the need of that person, and it's my neighbor is whom I'm helping. That neighbor has no face, no look. It just is. It's the one that is incubated in this greater whole along with us. I am is the greater whole. And there are people and animals and earth and all these different things. You got people who are for the earth. You got people who are for the animals. You got people who are for the people. And I'm one of those ones that are for the people, for the women. If love is law, as Jesus proclaimed, as Joshua proclaimed, which he did in so many words, he said, on these two commands hang all the laws and the prophets. Everything that's ever been written has been about this law of love. And if we can get that part, and we can stop scaring people into heaven. You can't scare somebody into heaven. You can't force somebody into heaven. While you getting them to confess Jesus' name, begin to teach them what Christ was teaching, that therefore we can go within ourselves and begin to respond and walk in that way. Walk in the way. Walk in the way. The way doesn't have anything to do with long dresses, no makeup, and no earrings. I'm sorry, that's doctrine. Now, if that's something that you truly believe, and please hear me very carefully, because according to Romans 14, let every man be convinced within themselves, to our own masters do we rise and do we fall. But we're not here to make other people stumble, however. So I'm not going to try to make you stumble. Whatever you believe it wholeheartedly and take it for yourself, because it's for you. While you're trying to push your thoughts and beliefs on everybody else, your thoughts and your beliefs and your systems are for you. So if you are feeling defeated, guess what? You created that thought. If you are the one who are feeling like nobody loves me, nobody cares, and there's a bunch of people around that you've never met in your life, then you begin to create a belief system for yourself, no matter what you believe religiously. No matter what you believe religiously, you're still going to go through the same motions over and over and over again until you begin to understand that you are not just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody. And I'm telling you, I love this song, but God he really just dropped this in me. I made you good. I know exactly what I did with my creation. I know every detail. And just because you don't know the details doesn't mean I didn't have a purpose. And it's the same thing for everybody who's ever spoken anything against you. There's a purpose for you. You belong here. But the issue is, y'all, we're dealing with people that have on a low frequency, don't know how to deal with their religious upbringings. They don't know how to deal with the offenses that happen in their life. They don't know how to take life the way it is, and they get weaker and weaker. And we who have strength in certain areas, we are so busy in our head about our own bottom line, about our own feelings, about our own heartbreak, that we can't grow up and be strength for the next person. Y'all, being judgmental ain't gonna heal the heart. It is emphasized thoroughly throughout Christ's walk. Even in the Old Testament, they spoke of love and the love of God, the love of the great I am. They saw things from their perspective, just like you see things from your perspective. So there were other things written. Their testimonies and stories were written. But the gist of the entire scripture, the gist of the entire sacred writings of the Bible known to the Jews, literally was love. And when the Messiah came to live out that love and to fulfill their law, which was based and grounded in love. See, he didn't offend them by disobeying their law, because that would have been offensive to the ones he say he loves. So he fulfilled it. I lived out love for you because that's what was given to you. He talked to those who were not of the tribe. Yeah, he went against some of the rules and the regulations, because some of the rules and the regulations that were written in their ordinances went against the law of love. And anything that went against the law of love, Christ stood up against. He was our advocate. So now we can be each other's advocate. Here is the Great Commission. I'm not looking at your status. I'm not looking at your orientation. I'm not looking at how much money you got in the bank. I'm not looking about where you were raised. I'm not looking at your culture. I'm not looking at your race. I mean, I see what I see, just like you see what you see. I have my preferences, just like you may have your preferences. I may choose to go certain places that you choose not to go, but I don't have to offend you with my stuff. I just have to live in my truth. And the people who turn away from me and betray me and backstab me are those who cannot handle my truth. And that's okay. I have to let them have whatever it is that they need to have for themselves. But let me tell you something. Shalonda will no longer see herself as just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. No, I am somebody trying to tell y'all about the message of the way of love in these histories. And because I love you, I'll show up. I'm telling y'all, I fought through it today. I fight through it often. And many of y'all may not really know. But if y'all not following me, y'all may never know. I share transparently often because I know what it took for some of y'all to get up out of the bed this morning. I know what it took for you to just get up off your pillow and put one foot on the floor and put the next foot on the floor. I know what it took because I'm living it. Not knowing whether or not I'm feeling my own pains or whether or not I'm feeling somebody else's pains. So I'm praying for all of us around here. And even when I'm not feeling my own and I know for sure I'm feeling yours, guess what? We still praying around here. Y'all gotta understand this. And I don't know how many of y'all shared this. I don't know whether you feel like you should, but if we are trying to be our sisters' advocates, if we're trying to go to all the world and really give out love and to really live this way, then do share. But if you choose to take this for yourself and let it be a seed within you tonight, I need you to know that you are not just a nobody. When I offer y'all these programs, when I offer y'all coaching, when I continue to check on you to make sure you're good, I don't have no gimmicks for you. But I do know you need something. I do know that the reason why God made us the way he did with our giftings to be able to coach you, to inspire you, to be motivational speakers or coaches or therapists or whatever it is that we're doing, it's because that's our strength. So I need you to take advantage of that strength. If it's a free program and you're going to grab it. But you know, some of y'all know for sure that y'all pass free programs right now. Y'all need to tap in deeper, get closer, be sitting at the feet so that y'all can really begin to get some of this stuff. Because when you are transformed by the renewing of your mind, then and only then can you have spiritual liberation through your soul's healing. You are not just a nobody. And for whatever everybody meant it to be, I understand. I understand they were trying to make sure we stay humble in the eyes of God. But one of the things they taught us literally was to limit God and all the possibilities that He's created. I know they meant well, but that's the reason why you can't stand up and shine in your true worth. I know they meant well, but that's the reason why we're battling and fighting with whether or not we are really gifted. Do I really see spirits? Do I really see these things? Some people say it's wicked. Some people say that it's okay. Some people say that I should just shut up about it, not say nothing about it. If you see them, you see them. Yes, back in their days, they wrote of their testimonies, they wrote of their experiences, they wrote of the wicked things that they were in contact with, but they also lived out some of those very same things with a different heart. They perform miracle signs and wonders. They don't really know what the heart was of certain people unless God told them or revealed it to them. We just judgmental. We just see things the way that we do. And that's the reality. But now it's time for you to climb up out this pit of where people see you and saw you. Whatever message you got when you was growing up in church, whatever message that you got when you was at school, whatever message you got when you were growing up with more broken people, dismiss all that tonight. Dismiss all that tonight, because tonight I speak unto you. As your coach, as your prophet, as your apostle, as your sister girl, as spoken word artist, as author, as inspirational speaker, whatever it is, whatever this treasure do for you, I speak to you in this measure, in this vein. You are somebody, and you have strength just like the rest of us. But where you're weak, come on and get some of this strength. Whatever little bit I got, you can share it with me. We got it together. And then prayerfully, as we continue to clean up our hearts, then we can be strength for somebody else, and the cycle can continue. And we won't be seeing sisters getting evicted. And we won't see people getting their cars taken. And we won't see families going hungry. See, we too busy in our own heads and our own minds. See, I know that a lot of the detriment and stuff that I'm going through right now has every bit to do with the distraction of, if you focusing on this, Shalonda, you won't be able to focus on fully being there for these ladies. But I refuse. I refuse. I believe that there are those that are coming that will definitely honor the give, and they'll sign up for programs and they'll do whatever, but I will be here until that happens. Because here's what I'm telling you. I was one of the ones that lay there in the dark with curtains drawn, and only reason my mama could get in the house is because she had a key. With every last one of my pregnancies, except my very first one, I dealt with severe depression every time, lost 30, 35 pounds every time. My highs were non-existent during this time. Through most of my pregnancies, I was the most depressed I've ever been. And outside of being pregnant, that's just when it's heightened. Are y'all hearing me? I'm not telling y'all what I think. I'm sharing with y'all what I know so that you can know that you can make it too. I got news today, and it broke my whole heart. Because the mother of this wonderful young woman I love so dearly, I've been praying for her children for since I've known her. God, better up of almost probably between 8 and 10 years or more. And this morning, her daughter decided that she was tired. She was ready to give up this physical existence. And while I was sitting here and I was going through depression this morning myself, my husband asked me, he'll ask me, babe, you okay? What's going on with you? And I'll say, well, I'm feeling depressed today. Or I'll be honest and tell him this is how I'm feeling. And then I begin my work somehow, even if it means me just sitting up and going through my phone and listening to something funny, or going and checking in with some of the ladies just randomly just to see how they're doing, and knowing what they're going through. I'm already praying for y'all, but it evokes me to pray even more so I can take my mind off of my own stuff, because I'm all right. I'm going to make it. The chemicals get imbalanced. They do. And I deal with them as they come. I trust that all things will be well with me, but I continue to fill myself with affirmations that tell me that I am somebody. And I can't go back to saying I'm nobody, and then saying I'm somebody, and then saying I'm nobody, and I'm somebody. I'm who I am made me to be. I am who I am made me to be, and I am good. And I am kind, and I am loving. And I want to see my sisters rise up. We press up. We press up, y'all. We press up. We press up. I'm about to go. I didn't want to be on here that long. I want y'all to share this video with any and everybody that needs to hear this message tonight. You hear what I'm saying to you? Not just share the video, but share why you're sharing the video. We can no longer be ashamed and keep everything hoarded for ourselves and watch another sister crumble right beside us. But I got my own issues. Yeah, you and the next. But if your issues and my issues and somebody else's issues, if we all use our strengths to help each other with our issues, then we won't have as many issues. This is what heals the land. Don't y'all understand? The love of many has waxed cold because of the wickedness in the land, or because of the lack of love, or the lack of compassion, or the lack of healing in the land. We are broken people trying to survive. I'm not here to judge you for that. But I am here to tell you that if there's an opportunity for you to take it. If there's somebody offering you their strength, receive it. And if you can give them strength back in return, that may be a financial seed, that may be a share, that may be a whatever, in whatever way you can strengthen what they're doing, strengthen them and let them strengthen you. And let's be strengthened. I'm not going to get into the fullness of this teaching tonight because I want y'all to be there tomorrow. If you are not a part of Inspire Oppression, as a matter of fact, I need you to register for the free gift. Register for the 3-day mini course that I have available. It is called Rethinking Your Oppression. It is telling you to rethink what you are allowing to pressure your life. When you register for that free gift, you will also be registered to tap into our inspired chats that we only have with the group members or with those who sign up for the mailing list. I need y'all to understand this because there are people who will listen and never do anything about it. But I want those of you who want your life to change from this day forward to jump on this thing. All right. And so I put it up there. Go to Linktree/inspirational treasure and you'll find every link that you need. We have a 9-week program coming up, Spirit Solistically Speaking mentorship program. We are here to spiritually liberate you by helping you to heal your soul. Not by corrupting you, not by making you choose what we choose, but getting you to have your soul healed and getting you to the space of spiritual liberation. We are starting a new podcast on YouTube with the same name. So if you are not subscribed to YouTube, go and subscribe. Click the button and click all so you can get all the notifications so that you can know exactly. Thank you, Tina. That's the actual link that she shared with the free gift. At Linktree/inspirational treasure, you can get it there, or you can go to the link that Tina posted. But we have the podcast is coming up. So if you're not subscribed to Inspirational Treasure on YouTube, go ahead and click that link, get all notifications so that you can be tuned in for Spirit Solistically Speaking podcast. We're going to be talking some real talk. We just chatting. We're about to get into it. I told y'all God was erasing lines, and I'm here for it because love rules. Love rules, love reigns, and against such there is no law. And so I'm here for that. And so just get connected, y'all. Get connected, y'all. I mean, more and more and more. I am not ashamed anymore. Let me share y'all another bit of transparency, okay? Y'all may think that, we don't struggle with the same stuff that y'all struggle with, but we literally do, especially those of us that are in, unless they have very, very high self-esteem and they're just made that way, where they can bounce up and bounce back and they don't have no shame, no none of that stuff, that's great. I applaud them. I think it's admirable. But then there are those like me who struggle already with her worth because of the things I deal with mentally, emotionally, the things I go through. And I want you to really understand me. When I show up every day, I show up because I have to keep telling myself that you have something that somebody needs in this earth. And I've been shrinking back my whole life in ministry. Yeah, as a coach, as a speaker. I dream of platforms, y'all. I dream of standing before the people doing this. I dream about it. I see it. I see the stages. I know what I possess on the inside of me. I know what I've heard. I know how I've helped people, but I still go back within myself all the time and start evaluating over and over and over again. Are you really this person? And can you really do this? And what if they don't listen to you? And what if they don't show up? And what if they don't sign up? And what if I will show up for those who choose to show up? Period. I'm here for it. I go through it, but I rise. I press up. I press up. And so we press up. All right. I love y'all so much. If you are not already registered for that free gift, go ahead and do so. I will be sending out the information early morning of where we will be. More than likely tomorrow, we will be in the group. I still want you to get your free gift, but more than likely we will be in the Inspire Oppression group. And so if you are not a part of that, you can see that the spelling is, it starts with an N, y'all. It's up there on the banner. Inspired Oppression, ladies only for now. But go in there, grab your free gift, and come on and join us tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. I will be live again in this group, and we will be chatting. Strength, sister strength. I am my sister's advocate. How can we be your strength? How can you be somebody else's strength? We're going to discuss it. All right? We gotta. It's time. It is time. I love y'all so much, just because I can, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.